Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
The Smart India Hackathon accolade not only recognizes a team's technical acumen, but also celebrates their dedication in addressing critical issues in education. Today, we are going to meet Manu, who, along with his team, has shown a deep understanding of the evolving landscape of learning technologies. So, let's meet Manu Arera. Hi Manu, welcome to the show.
Hello, sir.
So, tell us something about yourself and the team that you work with, and a bit of about your team and yourself.
Sure. So I'm Manu Arera. We are from Tamil Nadu, and we are from RULO Engineering College. Our team comprises of 6 students, and so I'm the team leader. And then we have Ranjita and Adirai, who are front-end developers. So, and then we also have Gautam, Anthony, and Shrikant. They are back-end developers. So we are working on something, like a transformative education portal.
Yeah. So I mean, in the education sphere, you've produce something really wonderful, I guess. So obviously, so that's the reason you are the winner of hackathon. So tell us about the exact problem that you dealt with.
Yeah, so there are a lot of issues right now in the education sector, and we can boil it down to 4 main problems. The current education system assesses students in a different way. It's like one method for analyzing every student, but not every student is the same. So that is one problem. The other problem is excessive teacher workload. So India is moving towards digitalization. Just like every other field, education is also moving towards digitalization. But the problem is that our teachers are not experienced with computers. So every time they have to do something digital, they have to spend a lot of hours, and then the amount of workload that they have is huge. So instead of focusing on the students' life, education life, they have to focus on paperwork and workload and a lot of things. There are no administrative people to take care of that. So that is another problem. And then inefficient teacher hiring. So let's say tomorrow a school needs to hire a teacher. They are not sure if this teacher will be able to bring 100% efficiency of the student. So that is a problem. We just go directly and then hire teachers who are all eligible. That's it. But we are not making sure that will they be able to make this particular student excel in their education. So that is one, inefficient teacher hiring. The last problem is credential verification. This is a huge problem today, not just in schooling, but even in postgraduate, PhDs, even after PhDs, things like that. So the thing is, there are a lot of fraudulent activities happening here, like fake certificates or duplicate certificates, things like that. So our solution can put a full stop to all these things. So these are the 4 main problems we are focusing on right now.
So certainly, this is one part of the education system which needs to be really, really streamlined.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you must have done some good work on that. So please share that work that you've done to overcome all these hurdles.
Sure. We are working on, initially, we are trying to solve very couple of problems. The first one is education assessment inequities. The thing is that we are building a platform called the Sierra. This is specifically done for Uttarakhand government. So what we are doing is that.
Okay, Manu, let's get to know more about your solution partner.
Yeah, sure. I'll show you my slides. So starting. So these are the 5 core components of our software, which are the teacher profile management, which is for the teachers specifically, and then there is student profile management, specifically for students. And then there is a learning platform, just like how our government has NPTEL, Swayam portal, things like that. And then there is also content creation and sharing platform, specifically for teachers to collaborate within the teachers all around the nation. And then there is final component, which is audit and verification portal. So the teacher profile management is used to manage all the works of the teacher within one single place, one single portal itself. And what is the specialty of this portal? It's powered by AI. So what they can do is all the question papers, worksheets, materials, everything today takes like hours for teachers to come up with. That too, that is for an entire class. Let's say there are like 40 students in the entire class, and then she wants to create a worksheet. She takes 1 or 2 hours and then prepares a worksheet which is common to all the students.
Yeah.
But this portal helps the teachers to generate worksheet specifically for one single student. So based on his educational experience, we have something called CARS, which is cognitive assimilation and recall score. So we use that CARS score to determine how the student is performing throughout the academic year. So based on that, if the student CARS score is low, then we give the teacher can create a worksheet with a less, which is simple, and it will help him to grow and then increase his CARS score. So that is what this portal is about. Not just worksheets, but also question papers, everything. And then they can also check out the student's profile, which mode. So there are 3 different modes which we are offering. One is one-on-one, the other is project based, the other is online. So they can learn 24/7 whenever they want, they can recall everything. So the teacher can see which student is effectively using which mode. So based on that, she can allocate this student who does very much better in this particular mode, so they can do it again and again. So that is teacher profile management. Everything is for teachers. And then there's student profile management. This is to do all the sort of works for students at one single place. They can track their progress, how much scorecard they have, how much CARS score do they have, how the CARS score has been affected throughout the academic year. Because every academic year they will start from 0. So how have they progressed? Is it being increased or is it being decreased? Everything will be tracked by the student from this portal. They can schedule meetings with the teachers. So let's say they are good at one-on-one learning, so they can schedule a session with the teacher directly from the portal, and then they can also access the certificates. Everything is verifiable, and that is what student profile management will help you to do. And then there is also something called learning platform, which, as I said, it's very similar to Swayam, but in this case it's a little bit of AI powered. So what it does is it has immediate feedback and insight generation system. What it means is that today when a student attempts a test, it takes hours or even weeks for teachers to correct the question paper and then give it back to them. And while correcting 40 different answer sheets, she might not be able to memorize all the single student's feedback. She can have a very general feedback to the class. So what this online platform does is it gives a test to the student. Once the student completes the test, it instantly generates a feedback. So this is what they have done wrong, this is what they have done right, and this is how they should present. Not just wrong or right, but also how they should present the answers.
So the test that we are talking about, is it in multiple choice question test or a descriptive test?
So we are given a choice of both MCQ and descriptive.
So your AI is able to handle the descriptive answers also?
Yes, that's the speciality of this. So MCQ can be handled by every platform, but this can also handle descriptive, and it can pinpoint the student. So you are lagging these questions. This question comes from this particular part of the chapter, so focus more on that. That feedback will be generated instantly. So the student doesn't have to wait for 1 hour or 2 hours. It's instantly generates based on the student's answer.
So is it able to handle the handwriting issues also? Because that can be a challenge.
It can handle to some extent, but so to handle that part, what students can do is they can do a descriptive answering in digital. So they can just type out the answer. Handling handwriting is also, it does to some extent, not with high accuracy, but it still does it. So that is one thing. The other is learning paths with AI. So if you want to learn something about North Indian food, so you want to learn, but the way the chapter has been put in the textbook is not understandable by you. So what you do is go to the online platform, just type in, I want to learn North Indian food about, and then it will generate a learning path, not just the content alone, learning path, how you should proceed. It also takes your CAST score in mind. This student has a little bit of lower CAST score, so I should break it down into several learning paths so that he can easily grasp. That is one specialty. And then there is also one chatbot we have integrated, so they can ask any sort of questions, and this chatbot is trained by the government textbook. So if you are from government of Uttarakhand, the teachers can train the chatbot with the government textbooks, so that it gives the answers from that context, that doesn't give from the outer world context. So that can be easily configurable. And then the last part is that blockchain enabled certificate issuing, where a student will be provided certificates for every progress they make, and these certificates are verifiable in the blockchain. So there is no fraudulent activities, no duplicacies, 100% secure and easily verifiable by every student. And the content creation platform that I was talking about is where, so you have created question papers, worksheets, learning materials using AI. If it is not useful only if you do it within your classroom. So if you want to share it to other students all over India, they can do through the content creation and sharing platform. That is what they use. And finally, audit and verification platform. So today there are a lot of portals for governments to verify the certificate of students, but it is very limited within the government audience only. If tomorrow some other authority or a body wants to verify the certificate, they won't be able to do. So this audit and verification portal, all you have to do is give an MES number. So student has EMIS number, which is implemented already. So all they have to do is give the MES number, and it will give them the entire, from kindergarten till PhD, whatever they have done, the entire education life can be verified through this audit and verification portal. So these are 5 core components in our project.
Okay, wonderful. So I would say like this is sounds like really comprehensive. So anything which you think can be further added to this to make it more effective?
Yes, we can add a couple of blockchain functionalities towards this. So one aspect we are thinking is soul-bound tokens. So what it does is it attaches to one specific, just like how we have Aadhaar card, which can't be replicated for every citizen. So similar to that, we are planning to go with a soul-bound token, which is on top of blockchain. So this will help not just government but education institutes to manage the students. From everything. So it's like one single token which will have your entire education life in it, and it can't be altered. So tomorrow when they go to a company and then the employee wants to hire this student, and then they can see if they are actually a right fit for the company based on the education experience, because the student can mention anything in the resume, but is he appropriate to your company? So for that you can use this soul-bound token. So that is one functionality we are looking to add.
So what was the reaction of the ministry and the judges at SIH? How did they take this?
So initially they appreciated the features. What inspired them is that our platform can easily be integrated into the existing infrastructure. That is the very strong point they mentioned, because this platform doesn't need to be do a complete overhaul of our education system. So it can be easily integrated into our own existing infrastructure. So you don't have to go through anything, a rigorous process or something, and it's easily usable for even someone who doesn't know how to use a digital portal or thing. It's very easy to navigate. The UI is very simple.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And we have also localized the language, so Hindi is also available.
Okay.
So they can do it.
So are you planning to add other languages in the coming time?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, Manu, let's have a look at how this works. Can you show us that?
Yeah, sure. We have done a front end as well as back end edition of it. So I'll just show you now the entire website.
Right.
So this is the homepage of the portal, and teachers can easily access. This is for the teacher management portal, and this is for the student management, and then rest of the platforms are here. So let's say a teacher comes in, they can easily just log in with the credentials, and then they can see the entire profile. The classes they are handling, the sessions, and then what students are doing in specific projects. All these things can be seen from the teacher's dashboard itself, and then there comes the student login. So a student can come in, log in into their profile. They can see the scorecard. And then they can also see the marks, how much mark they have scored, how much CAS score they have in each subject, all these things. And then they can also see what are the upcoming activities they have. Is it online learning? Is it project-based learning? And then they can also attempt test from this particular portal. And then they also have the activity history where they can see how they have progressed with the CAS score, how much they have gained or how much have they lost, things like that. This is their education history, how they have, which schools they have studied earlier, things like that. And then this is a content creation platform, so teachers can come in, and then they can this is the student details along with the CAS score. So the student with higher CAS score will have a very difficult question paper, so they can just click on generate question paper, and it will help them to generate the question paper specific to this particular, in this case it's Akshay Gupta. This question paper will be generated specifically to him based on the CAS score, and then they can view the question paper once it has been created. And then there are also functionality for the teacher to share it to public platforms. So if this question paper is very useful, then they can share it to people all around the nation. And then they can also ask the student to attempt the question paper, so that they can attend it afterwards. And these are study materials, just like how the teacher created the question papers. Teachers can also create study materials and then worksheets as well. So that is how this content creation platform works. And then this is where the student teachers can come in and then download. So today, then, I'm a different teacher. I want to download the worksheet that has been created. Then I can easily come here and then download the available worksheet which has been created. Right now, there is only one worksheet, so which can be downloaded by anyone around the nation. And then this is the learning platform. This is the main highlight. So these are the chapters that are there by default in the textbook of the government. So these are just digitalized version of it. So they can see the content, they can see the video references. These references can be added or removed by the teacher as well. So all these can be done. And then this is the highlight. So whenever student wants to generate a custom learning path for him, so in my case, I have created how to learn for food, regarding components of food, things like that. So once you click give the title that you want to learn, it will generate a learning path customized specifically for you. So every single learning path will have the details of the content you have to study, and then it is available both in Hindi, English, and then there is also one feature where you can get the audio in English as well and Hindi also. So that is how this works. And then they can, once the learning path has been completed, they can generate the certificate, and this certificate will be added to the blockchain. And then this is the chatbot that I was mentioning about. They can ask any kind of questions to the chatbot, and then the chatbot will give them the answers specifically based on in the context of the textbook itself. And so these are the 5 main core things of our portal.
Okay, this looks pretty awesome, and I'm sure educators as well as the students will make very effective use of this. So what is the next step into this? Like, are you going for implementation part now, or you want to do some bit of R&D and then do it? Like, what is the next path?
Sure. Right now what we have is a proof of concept, so it can demonstrate the concept, but we are planning to roll out as a pilot project with the basic functionalities and then see the response. So we are speaking with the government, so looking to roll out an initial pilot project with the very limited functionalities and get the feedback from teachers as well as students, and then how do a little bit of R&D and then further make the improvements and then finally go out.
That's wonderful, Manu. I mean, it's very heartening to know that this kind of a platform has been developed, and it sounds pretty effective to me. And all the best with your pilot project, and I'm sure it is going to rock, and we will certainly see this at a larger scale across the education institutions in India. And I congratulate you and your team to crack this and achieve this bit of work.
Sure.
So congratulations once again for winning the hackathon as well as creating this, and our best wishes for the future.
Okay, thank you. I too believe so.
In a world where demands in the sphere of education are constantly evolving, this team's achievement serves as an inspiration for educators, students, and innovators alike. We will keep exploring the remarkable journey and contributions of Smart India Hackathon winners in the forthcoming editions. Keep watching.